The Google Pixel 6a is here, and of course, you're going to be looking for ways to protect your investment. I like what Caseology's done the last few years. I have a couple of their cases for the 6a here. I'm going to speak on a third. We have the Athlex and the Nano Pop, both $16.99. Links will be in the description on Amazon. I'm going to start with the Athlex because that was different. That was new to me. I had not seen an Athlex case before. I don't know if it's new for the 6A or if they've used it before and I just missed it. I actually kind of like it. You can see the raised lip there, so you have some protection if you're putting it face down on a table. We can go around here. I'm going to speak of this little bit on the side here in a moment, but down below you have your USB port, of course, cut out, and the speakers. Then you have the buttons, which are quite nice, really good buttons. Good click on these, nice and easy to use, and of course nothing on top. Of course, you just got the little microphone cut out on top. And then you have the camera cut out here with a little neon accent that they've included. This looks like a card slot. It is not. It's just a design element. This has a sandstone texture to it, if you've ever felt that case. In fact, they made a case similar to this for the S21 Ultra that had this kind of sandstone or faux sandstone finish on it. I like it. It's grippy. But what actually gives this particular case its maximum grip are those things that I mentioned on the side as we get the camera to kind of focus in here. It's very difficult to see, but between here and here is textured, and a texture pattern that is incredibly grippy. If you have any sort of pressure on here, your fingers and your whatever your hand that's on there is not moving in either direction. It's very hard to describe that feeling there. The only thing I can think of is, have you ever been licked by a cat? Is really what I could come up with, because you think it's going to be, it's a tongue, it's going to be slobbering. It's not. It's just dry and grippy and has this kind of odd texture to it. Same thing here, but much like a cat's tongue, it gets the job done. They're able to groom, they're able to do whatever they got. They got that tactile touch to their tongue, and the same here. I'm trying to move this back and forth with some grip pressure. It is very tough. So if you're a klutz, if you're a spaz, if you're somebody that just drops your phone constantly, this might be an option for you. It is a max grip. It is great. I like that. It kind of fries your nerve endings. You don't know what you're feeling because it's a different feel for sure, but it does the job, and I like the fact that it's on the bottom there. You get good positive grip on this particular case. The Nano Pop, I like the Nano Pop texture. I like what they did with the Nano Pop on the S22 Ultra. Fantastic case. The buttons are a little harder to push on the Nano Pop. I will give them that. But I do like this matte kind of faux rubbery finish on here. There's good grip to this one as well. It has some texturing on the side, kind of where the Athlex had it as well. Not quite the same, not as intense as the Athlex, but it'll still get the job done grip-wise. But I do like this feel. And as from like the one on the S22 Ultra, it wears in quite well. It'll show marks, it'll show the occasional whatever, but it comes clean, which is nice. So as long as you're not worried about that temporarily having a couple marks on your case, you're going to have no issues. It wears well, it holds up well, and it really protects the phone, which is what you're looking for. It's got good protection on the corners. It's got a good ability to withstand a drop. You got the cutouts in the proper spaces, of course. You got USB-C. You've got the nothing on this side, but just the grippy part down at the bottom. Then you've got the microphone cut up, and then you have the buttons here, volume up and down, and a lanyard strap position, or kind of a wrist strap lanyard strap port there, I guess if you call it, which I really like when cases feature that. You see that a lot overseas. You don't see it as much here in the United States. I like when they include that. If you're somebody, again, who's dropping your phone and you're worried about your investment, go ahead and pick up a case that has a lanyard strap, a place that you could put it in. That way, if you wear one on your wrist, or I happen to like the one that I use all the time on my iPhone, which is just one for a ring finger. So it's not an entire lanyard strap. It's just kind of a little ring that you put on your finger that's connected to the phone. That way, if you're holding it one-handed, walking along, you're doing whatever with your other hand, and you drop your phone, it catches on that ring and kind of dangles there. And the same thing with a lanyard strap for your wrist. It just kind of catches on your wrist, so you get that extra added protection. I think that's absolutely worth it. I love when phone cases have that. It just gives you that added level of security in addition to the protection on the case itself. And it does have the raised lip, so you could put this one down. Personally, I like the Athlex. I would go with that one. I like the Nano Pop a lot. I like the feel of it, but I like the kind of sandstone texture. I like the extra grip. I like the neon accent colors that they have. There are several different colors available. I picked the ones that kind of went the best with the sage, sort of sage Pixel 6a that they had here. I wanted to talk about the Parallax as well because that's back. I'm not getting another Parallax. I have a half a dozen Parallax cases. I love them. They never change. They're not max protection. There's something that if it falls on the corners, you'll be okay. But understand the back where that diamond patterning is. Patterning is. In fact, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and get my one for the S22 Ultra. Super professional video. I have everything ready to go. But here it is for the S22 Ultra, and the design has not changed. Where this diamond pattern, whatever it is, it might even be a hexagon, I think, a little bit. There's not a lot of protection, so there's more flex here, and this pushes back. So if you hit something sharp, if you hit something blunt, you're going to have issues damaging the back of your phone. So think of this more as a style case. Think of this something more as you're going out for a date. You want to match the color. You're wearing a suit, something like that. You're not going to be bashing your phone around. You're not going to be having it out. Then the Parallax is something you might want to consider. But otherwise, these are going to offer you fantastic protection for the price. I like what Caseology's done, keeping it under $20, but still getting you a nice quality material, quality experience, and good protection for your Pixel device. Like I said, link will be in the description. I think you go wrong with either. I like the Nano Pop. I think it holds up well, that texture. I was worried if it would get dirty, if it wouldn't wear that well, but it does, and it comes clean rather easily. But I like the sand. I always was a sucker for the sandstone textures on the back of a case. So I like the Athlex. It's new, it's cool, and you get that little pop of color, the accent color there. If you've made it this far, like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Until next time, have that Steve-licious day.